friends. Welcome to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And now it's time for movie news, reviews, and pulp culture discussion. Tim Burton is making his TV directing debut with Wednesday. This is going to be a Netflix series about Wednesday Addams and her shenanigans at the Nevermore Academy.
I don't even know who that is.
From the Addams Family?
Oh, okay. Okay, that chick. Okay.
Yes.
I know who
It is going to be live
is.
action, not animation, but I think this will be
Oh,
really...
I like live action, though.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
I think it actually would probably be good as an animation too, but it's supposed to be live action, so they have not cast anybody yet for it.
Okay.
So I think it sounds really... Yeah,
Okay.
I'd watch it.
All right.
I like it.
Sounds good.
Also, Jesse Plemons has joined Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese's thriller Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is about the 1920s serial killings in the Osage Nation. Now, I don't know anything about that because obviously it was the 1920s, but just those people being involved, it's a yes for me.
Oh, me too. Absolutely. And then you had me at serial killings.
Oh, right, yes.
So.
Yes, she's very into that. But yeah, Martin
CSI.
Scorsese, right? He hasn't done anything in a bit, so this will be good. We're still looking forward to him and Leonardo DiCaprio doing what is it?
The Devil in the White City.
In the White City, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed
That's
to be
such a
doing-
great book.
I don't know what happened to that, but it was announced and then it was crickets after that. So it's
I
on
think
hold
that
for
I
some
read
reason.
that they were going to start filming soon, or Leonardo is not going to play the guy right now, so they're changing that up.
Oh, that's
He
too
was
bad.
going to play
Yeah,
the
it would've
creepy
been-
guy,
it would've
the
been
serial
good if he
killer.
was the serial killer.
Yeah.
He's never done that. It would've been a different role
No,
for
I
him.
know. So maybe it was like, yeah, I can't be.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I don't know the storyline other than I just read that he, isn't going to be playing that part.
Oh, okay.
So,
I guess it'll still be good though.
yeah. All right.
Wizard of Oz is getting a remake. Woohoo.
Oh, what?
So this is in the works from the
does
Woodsman
that?
director, Nicole Castle. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's not necessary. I mean, they did a sequel back in the 80s, which I saw, which wasn't, it honestly scared me, the sequel. It was scary to me because it had these, to me, what they were like monsters that had wheels for feet. It was very...
What?
You never saw it, I did.
No,
It was just very... It had... The queen in it was headless. She just had a whole, like... Her closet was just a bunch of heads she would switch off daily on what she felt like being. It was it was so
my.
creepy. It was very, very creepy. And then you had, the African-American twist with The Wiz and Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Man of
yeah,
Oz.
yeah.
I just feel like there's no more need to do anything
No.
else with Wizard of Oz.
No,
So-
I agree. I mean, remaking that is like remaking the Ten Commandments. I swear that day comes and I'm out. So,
Yeah. We're negative on that. I guess we'll have to see where that goes.
okay.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's going to be a movie adaptation of the Judy Blume book from my childhood. They've cast Rachel McAdams and newcomer Abby Ryder in the Margaret role. So this, I think, will be really good. 'Cause
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams is awesome. The book was really good. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm excited for that as well. I mean, that was definitely a book I read, and I think my daughter did too. Right? Maybe? I don't know.
Yes, hopefully they're still like having people do that as young adults in school because it's a good one. Also, Sasha Cali has been cast as Supergirl for the Flash movie. So she is currently on The Young and the Restless, and she's a really good little actress. Young and the Restless is her first role, and so this will be her first movie role. So I just think that's so awesome of her that she got it. She is Latina, so she'll be the first Latina Supergirl.
Oh, that'll be great.
So, yes, I think it's going to be really, really good. And it's going to star the same Flash from the Justice League movie. His name is escaping me right now. He was also in Fantastic Beasts, and I can't think of his name. But anyway, awesome Flash, so I think it's going to be a fun movie all
Oh,
around.
good.
We also have Gillian Anderson that has been cast as Eleanor Roosevelt in First Ladies. This is going to be a TV series on Showtime. And so also in it are Viola Davis as Michelle Obama and Michelle Pfeiffer as Betty Ford. So it's just a TV show showing the different first ladies throughout the years
That'll be
and
good.
their lives. So yes, I think it's gonna be really good.
Well, and I'm going to try this again. So Gillian Anderson, she played Margaret Thatcher in The Crown, and she did a phenomenal job. In fact, I think she was brilliant. I didn't recognize her, and there was something that was familiar about her to me, but I could not pinpoint it until I read the credits. And she is up for a Golden Globe, which are this Sunday, by the way.
That's all, yeah.
And I think, like, if she wins, I mean, she definitely deserves it. They all are good from The Crown, though. But
That's true.
I think that I think I picked what's her teeth
From what show?
from The Crown. I think I picked her as the winner.
The Olivia Colman.
Anne. No.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Okay.
Yes.
As being the winner,
Yeah. So I would be fine with either one of them
Either
because
one
they're
of them.
both fantastic.
right? That's true. But then you also, you have the young girl from Ozark. I'm forgetting her name.
Oh,
But-
right. Julia Garner
Yeah.
or something like that.
Julia Gardner. So I guess it sounds like anyone in that category, honestly.
Yeah,
would be
it's a
fine.
tough category.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Boy.
hard one. Hard one this year.
I'm gonna just scream loud for whoever wins. I don't care.
Looking forward to it. Where the Crawdads Sing. This is being developed as a movie by Reese Witherspoon's production company. This is a book that the both of us read for our book club just last year, I want to say. So we really enjoyed it. So they've cast Daisy Edgar Jones, who's currently on Normal People. That's on Hulu. She's been cast as Kaya. And then we have Harris Dickinson from why did I say that name? Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Oh, okay. I'm saying it wrong anyway. He's going to play Chase. And then you have Taylor John Smith from Sharp Objects is going to play Tate.
Oh, this will be great.
Spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure Chase is the victim
That's correct.
from the book. So, yes, I think this will be really good.
Yes.
Reese Witherspoon has a good production company. She knows what she's doing. So,
Oh, I
Looking
think,
forward to
yeah. Oh, gosh. It was such a good book. I hope they do this justice. I
think
think
they
she will. So,
yeah, I think they will. Plus, you got some newcomers in there, no one that's well known where it's going to take away from what you're seeing, I think. So that
Yeah.
helps, it being relatively unknown people. So,
yeah, I agree. I'm excited. Do we know when this is set to come out?
no, this one wants to start filming in the summer. So,
Oh, okay.
we probably won't see it until next year, unfortunately.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Well, that's all right, as long
Right.
as it's on its way out.
Right, exactly. Lastly, in news, we have George Clooney that is going to produce a new docuseries about the decades-long abuse scandal that plagued the athletic department at Ohio State University.
Oh, that'll be a
So,
good one because
This will be good.
that was a
yes.
big story.
Right. I'm sure he'll get all the great interviews and really get down to the meat of it and everything that's happened. So I think this will be a good one. Movies and TV shows out this week. We have good old Tom and Jerry. It will be in theaters and also on HBO Max. This stars Chloe Grace Moritz and Ken Jeong, and it's just the legendary cat and mouse battle that reemerges when Jerry moves into a New York City hotel and Tom is hired to get rid of him before the wedding of the century.
Okay.
This was actually not a cartoon I enjoyed watching, honestly. It was kind of like this, and Bugs Bunny just annoyed me. I think it was just, maybe it was just too repetitive, like, okay, Chase, Kate, Chase, Kate, stop, Chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not one I'll be watching, but, power to whoever does. Also, we have Crisis, which will just be in theaters. This stars Gary Oldman, Evangeline Lilly, and Luke Evans. And this is all about the world of drugs. I think we'd had like 3 movies last week as well that came out about the world of drugs.
That and criminal,
Right.
CSI stuff.
So it's about a drug trafficker who organizes a smuggling operation. Also, alongside of it, you have a recovering addict who is seeking the truth about her son's disappearance. So
It actually sounds really good.
and
I like
preview of
Gary
it did
Oldman.
the preview did look good. So I think it probably is good.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a great cast too. So
Yeah, exactly.
could be good.
Also, we have The United States versus Billie Holiday. This will be on Hulu. That stars singer Andra Day in the Billie Holiday roles. This is about the time frame that her career was the target of a Federal Bureau of Narcotics operation. So this is something I wasn't aware of, but apparently there was a time in her life where she had this song called Strange Fruit, which dealt with bringing to light the hanging of black people at the time. And they were trying to get her to stop singing it. When she wouldn't stop singing it, they decided to target her in this investigation about her drug use. That's what they tried to make it about in order to slow her down, which it did for a time, but she persevered in the end. I mean, so it's just supposed to be about that time in her life. So I think this will be an interesting watch.
Oh, it'll be great. Yeah, this will be really interesting. I mean, she was a big star.
Right? So,
You know, good for her, but imagine what she went through.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have to watch this. So that's again on Hulu.
And that's Friday, correct?
Yes, comes out on Friday.
Cool.
And then lastly, we have one of my faves from back in the day. Good old Punky Brewster.
Woo!
This will be on the Peacock Network. It still stars Soleil Moon Frye and Sherry Johnson as her BFF. And then also adds in Freddie Prinze Jr. as her ex-husband. This looks super cute. It's just following her now grown-up self as she now is raising kids of her own. And she also is going to take in a foster child since, of course, she herself was a foster child. So
Right. Freddie Prinze Jr. Wow.
right?
No kidding.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either.
No, not
He's
since
so
what?
cute.
Scream?
No,
Has he
did-
done anything?
No, yeah, no, he did. So he wasn't in Scream though. He was in the I Know You Did Last Summer.
That's the one. You know me, I'm good at this stuff.
right. No, he's been in other stuff after. I just can't think of what it is right now. But so he doesn't do too much. I feel like it's just him and his wife Sarah Michelle Gellar and their cute little bubble. Every time I see little,
They're still married?
every time I see little like pictures of the two, I'm like, you guys are so cute. It's so awesome. You guys are still like
Wow,
together.
that is
and hanging
good.
in there, right?
So it does happen in Hollywood on occasion.
Right, exactly. So what we've been watching this week. So first off for me, Tell Me Your Secrets. This is an Amazon show. It stars Lily Raby, who's from The Undoing, and it's a really, really awesome series. So she is starring as a young woman who has been in jail because she was dating a serial killer. And so she's about to get out and put in witness protection program. And so alongside that, you have the mother of one of his supposed victims that is still trying to locate her daughter. It's been 7 years later. And then she also gets involved with another man who has just gotten out of prison. He's a serial rapist. And so the mom decides to hire him to try and look for the daughter. So
As odd as that sounds, did it work?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just the craziness that...
Because I really want to see that.
Yeah, the craziness that ensues once that all gets going. But the ending was good, like finding out exactly what happened to everybody and with everybody, and yeah, it was crazy. It had enough of an ending where, I mean, you'd be satisfied, but I do hope they can do a season 2. This was one of those shows that Rochelle mentioned last week. TNT originally was supposed to air, and they passed on it. So this was actually filmed back in 2018. So that means if they were to do a season 2, it might take a bit to get everyone back together.
But it wouldn't be the same storyline, right? Does it end? Or
No, it would have to continue because of where it
Ah.
ends. There's a pickup there. I'm sure
Okay.
they'd have to add other things to it because everything was answered except for one thing, unfortunately. So, but you got resolution except for one thing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yes, and so that could carry on into another series.
I like those. So hopefully
Right,
Hopefully
exactly.
it will. It sounds to me like they're hoping as well.
Right, exactly. And I can tell you when I was watching that lovely thing, I was, downing my lovely gift from Miss Rochelle. She gave me some Vanderpump Rosé, and so I popped that open for the first time,
And
and it was good. It was a bit
dry.
Yes, drier than I
For-
was
for a
expecting.
rosé.
Yeah, it was drier than, but I did like it. So
Oh, good.
So
Yay.
I was sipping it the whole time.
Were you
and
in
so-
your Vanderpump shirt too?
Oh no!
What?
I know.
It's
I
supposed
didn't
to be
think
the whole
about it. I know.
thing.
I didn't think about wearing it while I was doing it.
Well, okay. Well, maybe next time
Yes, I'll have to,
you
okay,
compare the
yes.
two.
It was funny though because I'm very bad at opening bottles, so I'm getting the cork. I got it out. I could not get that freaking cork off the Rhine screw for the life of me. I ended up taking it over to my parents on Sunday.
Are you kidding?
I'm like, Dad, can you seriously? And then he couldn't pull it off. And
Did
my
you
mom's
just
like, hand it over
unscrew?
here. No, we were trying. He even used pliers. It wasn't coming off.
Oh no!
And I had to my mom, and she's like, I'm like, well, we loosened it for you, Mom. There's no way I could. Both of us could do that.
Oh,
But
well, I'm
anywho.
so glad you like it.
Yes, it was good. Also, I watched Behind Her Eyes. This is on Netflix.
I
This
really
is
want to see this one.
a TV series. It stars Eve Hewson, which I discovered is Bono's daughter. I was like, oh,
Really?
Yep, she is Bono's daughter.
Oh my!
This is only her second TV series, but this was really good. It's apparently based on a book. It was just one book, not a series of books. Just one book. 6 episodes. It's just a quick rundown, I guess. It's Eve, the wife. It's a married couple. So you have Adele and her husband, who is a psychiatrist, of course, funny enough. And so they just moved to this other part of London. Then you have his secretary that's involved, and she just kind of becomes involved with both of them in different ways. And it just ends up being so interesting and crazy about exactly what is happening. It's like, is Adele crazy? Is he crazy? Is the secretary crazy? You're just like...
Because there's like 3 of them, right?
And this like crazy like triangle, but then like a backstory with Adele and her time in an institution with her best friend Rob is in play. And there's an aspect to it I can't give away because it's a big part of what's going on. So I'll just have to say, watch it. It's really good.
Oh,
It's
good.
I mean, this is a 5 wine cork series all the way. I'd say Tell Me Your Secrets was 4, but this honestly is a 5 wine cork series. I think you'd enjoy it if
I'm excited to
you
watch
watched
that.
it. And lastly, something that we've both watched, so I'll just mention that now since she's going to tell her what she's also watched, but it's the movie I Care a Lot on Netflix. This had Rosamund Pike and Diane Wiest as well as Peter Dinklage. And so this was Crazy Town.
Yeah.
This was a crazy show. It's one of those things that, I mean, I was really on the fence about for a minute. I can honestly say I'm giving it 3.5 wine corks because there just wasn't really any rootable people for it. You know, it just, everyone, you know, just wasn't the greatest
Yeah.
in that show.
It's a very odd story.
Right, it is. And the ending, you know, no spoilers here, I promise, but it was just like,
It's
wow.
like, wow. Yeah, it was kind of shocking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think?
So I'm going to give it about a 3.
Okay.
I thought it was very chaotic, and again, yeah, who do you root for, aside from the old people, the elderly people who lose everything? But yeah, I don't know that it's a very, it's just chaotic thing to me, and I felt like there were some things that were left out. It's like you just jump from here to here. But anyway, I mean, it's definitely worth a watch for sure.
Yeah, you should watch it.
I thought it was good enough to watch. So I definitely
made
but
me
I would
think
say
about-
3 wine corks for me.
Okay. It definitely made me think about the whole aspect of getting old and what can happen.
Oh, yeah.
I did put that thought in my mind.
And is this
so-
even a possible thing? You know, it's
I think
like
for sure it is.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're someone who, like, for example, for me, it's like I don't have a significant other, and maybe by the time I die I would, but if I didn't,
and no children.
it's like, what do you do? It's like I could put things in place for myself, but say I do lose my faculty, I'm sure the state puts someone in charge of all your finances and all your stuff.
Yeah.
So that could definitely, you just have to hope it's someone who's
Exactly.
has scruples.
Right. And who's honest, that's for sure.
Right. to
I
make it
agree.
work. So
I totally agree. So yes, I watched that as well. And then on the weekends, it's the craziest thing. On the ID channel, they have all these crime stories. And, evil lives here, the murderer next door. I mean, there's so many of them. But it's the weirdest thing. I just get watching those. So if you're really into wanting to just see CSI crime stories, and I'm telling you, that, there's a lot of them I've solved. I'm just going to tell you that. I've solved them.
Oh, okay.
I've been good at
Awesome.
this.
Okay.
Maybe 2 out of 5. But, and as my husband says, well, it's not like the producers led you to that. And I thought, no. I knew. But anyway, it's all day long. I mean, that's just what that channel is, so you can always watch it. But for me, sometimes on the weekends, I just sit there and listen to these crime stories. It is seriously crazy. Along with that, I did find on Netflix a show that was released in 2013, and it's called Frozen Ground. And it's with Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, I should say, and Vanessa Hudgens.
okay.
And what a crazy, crazy show this is. And this is disturbing as well. But do you know it's based on a true story?
No.
I did not know this. Yeah. So it's based on the real life story of Robert Hansen. And he was a serial killer from Alaska that went uncaught for 13 years.
Oh.
It was written and directed by Scott Walker. And he's just this rampant serial killer in Alaska from the late 70s to the 80s. And he seemed to prey on young girls, or they were prostitutes. And so they would, find their bodies. But it was disturbing. But again, it is a true story. So,
Wow.
sometimes I wonder if something's wrong with me. But
I may have to check it out myself.
yeah. So anyway, that was, if you can handle, this one was a bit disturbing, but no, I think it's a good watch. So
Okay. Were you drinking anything during these?
I should have been. I wasn't, but I did have some Barefoot wine spritzer, and it was the rosé.
Oh.
And I love this wine because, again, I like to pair it with maybe like some lemonade. It's kind of I know it's chilly outside, but I love to blend the two.
Okay.
So it just kind of makes it like a good, yummy spritzery drink. So I'll buy like the simple lemonade or the simple berry lemonade or raspberry lemonade, and then I take the Barefoot rosé spritzer and I put the two together. It's delicious. So
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds yummy.
it is very good. So I would do that. And I didn't eat any candy though. Good for me, huh? No candy, not this weekend.
And now it's on to story number 2 from our Real versus Reality series. So we are now going to take on The Social Network and Mark Zuckerberg. So Social Network came out in 2010, and this was based on Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Facebook. Now he started learning programming in the 90s, which was fascinating to me. I don't think I even realized that programming was a thing in the 90s. But anywho,
Yeah.
by the time he got to Harvard in 2002, he was already a known programming prodigy. So he did his first program called Face Mash, which I'll just say when I was watching the movie, I remember thinking, well, duh, this is awesome. I mean, this is basically what Tinder ended up being in later. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't go on and create that. But so he had this thing called Face Mash where you could preview pictures of all the students on campus, see if they were cute, if you wanted to date them, basically like an early dating app, but that wasn't the point of it. It was strictly just so you could see who was hot on campus in
Right.
the story.
Right.
So I just think that's, wow. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Definitely before our time.
Right?
Or his time.
Exactly. From there, he did go on to create Facebook before dropping out of Harvard his sophomore year. Now, in the movie, Mark Zuckerberg was played by Jesse Eisenberg, and so it's about a new concept that eventually turns into a global social network known as Facebook. And then the movie takes you 6 years later. He's one of the youngest billionaires ever. But he has both personal and legal complications when he's on the receiving end of 2 lawsuits, which that really did happen in real life, which is crazy. But the movie is actually based off the book, The Accidental Billionaires.
Jeez. I would like to be an accidental billionaire. How do you do that?
Right? Basically, it's when you're a programming prodigy, and then you just
Yeah.
come up with something.
Right.
And it happens to make you millions of dollars.
I don't think I'm a prodigy of anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Me neither. Maybe handbag buying.
Yes, I would definitely say you are a prodigy of that.
Right? So you saw this movie as well, right?
Yes,
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it a lot.
Did it open your eyes to, wow, this is how this all came about?
Yeah. I mean, basically, he stole the idea from, that's why he was sued. He
Right.
stole this idea from some of his, colleagues or classmates who had this idea, and but he just knew how to do it better. He just, again, and that makes sense because he was this prodigy, but
Right.
so he took it and ran with it and made it what it is, and which I don't think the other two probably could have done.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
his mistake was trying to cut them out. I mean,
Yes.
everyone knows that
Yep.
if you're part of the creative process, everyone should get a cut.
Exactly.
That's just how it should work.
And
you're not
obviously,
to do
there's
that.
enough money to go around.
right.
So,
there really, yes, there really was.
and he's been in hot water several times, just of course for what's being even posted on Facebook.
right.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but such a young guy for his, for what he's become, it's just amazing.
No, it is good. He's done great things.
But it's a
He
great
became
show.
a philanthropist. He got married. He has children now. So, it does sound like he's a very different person than what we saw portrayed in the movie. Obviously in his earlier years. So,
Right.
So I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed who was it? It was Justin Timberlake as the Napster founder.
Oh yeah, the Napster. That's right.
Like yeah, that was eye opening for me. 'Cause I'm like, oh, you were friends with him? Like this stuff's
Yeah.
so random.
Yeah,
that
all
you're-
out of Harvard.
right.
Yeah.
That you were friends with the Napster. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I did really enjoy the movie. It was nice learning. It was what made me look more into Mark Zuckerberg. So I, not knowing the backstory of him and stuff, I ended up looking up more about him. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, again, it came out a while back, but if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a go. Where can we watch this one? Do you know?
I'm not sure on where you can watch it. I think
Definitely on Prime.
yeah,
And it's probably free
Prime,
'cause
and
it's
you'll
an older
probably
movie.
Find it on Hulu as well in their
Yeah.
movie section is my guess. But this is one of the few I can also say movies that I believe was really close to what really happened. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely check it out. Versus even last week's Aaron Brockovich that we talked about, I believe that movie was pretty close.
Oh, yes.
They added some things, but it wasn't over embellished.
You got to have some Hollywood in there.
Right, but I don't think it was over embellished. So,
Mm-hmm.
right, it was one of the good ones. So please check it out.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun as usual and hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or comment as it really helps us out. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_Moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you guys.